so everybody, come on into the closet. This is a very special episode, couple of episodes actually, because we are going to be talking about Amok Time. It is considered the most slashiest episode that ever slashed in the slashdom, and for very, very good reasons. Now, if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. This is going to be the one time where I actually say, okay, stop watching me, go watch the episode, and then come back and we'll chat, because I'm not going to be able to take you through everything. So, and you kind of need to know that. So go watch it, cbs.com, Fancast, Mega Video, probably, someplace will have it. This is the internet. They have everything. So go watch it, and then come back, and then we'll talk about it for a little bit. But no pressure. I'll wait. I know, right? Yeah. Calm down. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Just calm down. Calm down. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Just, I know. They were rolling all over each other. Yes, I know. It's okay. It's all right. We're gonna walk through it. It's going to be okay. We're just going to move right along and cover some of the key points. So just come down out of the rafters now that you've seen the episode. Just bring it back down. And let's start at the beginning, shall we? Okay, Pon Farr. Before we get to, the next part of the show, just kind of got to get some stuff out of the way so that, we know the details of Pon Farr, and we'll talk a little bit about, Spock and Kirk and what they're doing in the first half of the episode. So, but first, Pon Farr. Now, this has been built upon in the Star Trek universe in other series, like Voyager and all that stuff, but we're not going to talk about the rules that they establish in those series, because those obviously don't apply to what we're talking about, because we're talking about the original series. So, the rules of Pon Farr, as is established by the original series and Gene Roddenberry and all those lovely people. It happens once every 7 years to Vulcans, and it's a time of intense urges to mate. Sex, yeah. Vulcans get really, really horny during Pon Farr, and it kind of takes away all their normal, we are so logical. That stuff kind of starts to go out the window. They kind of start to go a little bit loony. They can no longer keep themselves in check as much anymore. And one of the side effects of this, intense sexual urges is anger. So they'll also lash out, and they can also get a bit violent. They're just not quite happy people right now. And let's see. And if they don't have sex, they die. If they don't get back to Vulcan and mate, they die. So no sexy equals no lifey. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. That's just kind of how it rolls. So the stakes are pretty high as well. And this is Spock's first Pon Farr. Yes, this is Spock's first Pon Farr. It happens to him a little late. He gets his first one a little late in years, probably because of his human half. He even says in the episode that he had kind of hoped that he just would have been spared this whole Pon Farr thing because of his human side, except that it didn't really happen that way because he gets Pon Farr. So he's going through it for the first time, and he's on a ship with people he works with and people he respects, and he's starting to lose it, and he's just generally humiliated. And he can't tell anybody because it's an intensely private thing. Sharing the details of Pon Farr is very, very private. It's very, very personal. And so he's around all these people, and he can't say what's wrong, and he's starting to lose it, and he's humiliated. So there's a whole lot of conflict going on with Spock in the first half, in the entire episode, but especially in the first half. And Kirk has no idea what's going on. None. At all. He just knows that Spock is kind of going a little insane, and he doesn't know why. And Spock won't tell him. And that is driving him up the wall. The fact that there's something wrong with Spock and Kirk doesn't know what it is, it's just getting to him in the most delightful way for us to see. But it's really, really getting to him. And then, throughout the first half of the episode, Spock finally opens up to Kirk and tells Kirk the details of Pon Farr. And so he knows. Which is kind of a big deal, actually, because they say multiple times before Spock tells Kirk all the details, like, oh, well, telling somebody who's not Vulcan about Pon Farr, it doesn't happen. It's incredibly, rare. I can't tell you. Okay, you're cute, I'll tell you. And so Kirk finds out, and that's kind of what he goes through in the first half of the episode. And then he finds out that Spock's horny. So, that's kind of what happens, and that's a bit about Pon Farr. And that's what happens to Kirk, what happens with Spock. So yeah, now that we've got that all out of the way, we can move on to probably my favorite aspect of the entire episode.